Okay. So today we are
So
going to
today,
learn. Hello, can you please unmute yourself? Okay, fine. So today we are going to learn about what are the keywords in Python as well as identifiers also I'll explain. So what are keywords? In any programming languages, there will be some special words which will be used only for that particular purpose. Apart from that, that keyword cannot be used for other purpose. It has some special meaning, right? That type of words is nothing but the keywords, right? Keywords are the special reserved words which conveys a special meaning to the compiler or interpreter. So each keyword has the special meaning. As I said, suppose if you take if in Python or any programming language, if is used only for that to give the if condition, not for other purposes. So suppose I wanted to write some paragraph. If I am writing Python, so you cannot use that particular keyword for the other purposes. You have to give only when the if condition is writing, right? So used. Then these keywords cannot be used as a variable. Suppose if is equals to some name, you cannot use it as a variable. Then variable or function or any other identifier. Okay, I'll explain what are the identifier, how you can specify the identifiers in Python. Okay, there are 33 keywords which are available in Python. Okay, so what are the keywords and what purpose we are going to use? So I'm not going to explain all the 33 keywords in this class only. So based on the requirement, suppose if you go for some control statement where if is used, where else is used, what is the meaning of that, where suppose if you go to the loops, then I'll explain what is while loop, what is for loop. Okay, like that. So what are these 33 keywords? We have true, false, none, and, or, not, is, if, elif, while, for, break, continue, return, in, yield, try, except, finally, rise, assert, import, from, as, class, def, pass, global, non-local, lambda. These are the 33 keywords present in Python. So this has some special meaning. Okay, and also I just wanted to tell you, Python is a case sensitive. Python is a case sensitive. Suppose if you are going to write some true in this format. Let me open this. Yesterday we have explored this, right? So let me open new file for today. We have some keywords, right? Here, except from these keywords, true, false, and none, every keyword will start with small letter only. Okay, only true, false, none will start with capital letter. And apart from these three keywords, everything you observe, everything is written in the small, like lower case, not in the uppercase. Starts with capital letter. That is what I mean. So true, false, and none. Let me go and explain in the coding part. Suppose true, you have to write it only in this way. Suppose if you write this true, this is not a keyword. You can see this is in green color. In Python, by default, if you are giving any keyword, so by default it will take it in the green color. Suppose if I take if, it is taking in green color. Else, suppose if I give this type of else, it is not taking as a keyword because Python is a case sensitive, right? Same for this, for is not a keyword, right? In the same way, you try to explore on all the keywords. Try to type in Jupyter Notebook or any IDE. Suppose if you are using PyCharm or Spider, okay, so you can try it. Then and or not, if, elif, while, for, break, continue, return, yield, try, except, finally, rise, assert. You have to remember these are the keywords are present in Python. Okay, next, note point, all the reserved words in Python contains only alphabets. There is no numbers in keywords. You can observe. There is no numbers, there is no symbols, right? So there is no special characters which is available in the keywords. It contains only the alphabets. And also apart from these three keywords, no other keyword will start with the capital letter or uppercase. Okay, except the three reserved words all contains the lowercase alphabet symbols. So that is true, false and none. And also you can give, for example, a is equals to true, but you cannot give in, sorry, you can give in this way, but you are not supposed to give in this way. This is the correct keyword, this is the wrong keyword, as I have already explained here. Let me go to, you can write it true in this format, not in this format. Okay, next, Python identifiers. Keywords based on the requirement. When we are writing some programs, we can use the keywords. Okay, so identifiers. An identifier is a name given to entities. Okay, name given to the entities, like you can define the class, functions, variables, and it helps to differentiate one entity from the another. So how you can define the identifiers? Identifiers, there are some rules to define the identifiers. The first character of the variable or identifier, let me write it as identifier must be a alphabet or underscore. It should start only with underscore or else with the alphabets. Let me give the explanation for that. This is the first point, right? The first character The first character of the identifier must be an alphabet or underscore. Suppose if you define some underscore, it will tell about the name, right? Suppose if I write one name is equals to Python. Let me try to print what is one name. It is showing it is a invalid syntax, right? One name is equals to Python is a invalid syntax. Why? Because so it should start, identifier must and should, it should start with alphabet or underscore. Let me remove this one and try it. Okay, you are able to get the solution. That is why identifier should not start with a number. Okay, it must be a alphabet. I have started with the alphabet. Suppose if I give underscore, again it is working. So the first character of the identifier must be a alphabet or underscore. Okay, next, and also these alphabets you can use it in either uppercase or lowercase. But suppose if you take a is equals to some apple, this a is equals to some ant. These two are different because Python is a case sensitive. Capital A will take some other string or variable, and this small a takes the different thing. Let me try to print what is a, and let me print what is this a. Let me print it in the next shell. Print a, next shell. Print. Caps letter I have used. Okay. Print a. You can see ant is printed. This will take different variable, and this is considered as a different variable, right? Then one more thing, identifier should not start with digits, as I have already explained you. And one more thing, all the characters must except the first character may be a alphabet or lowercase a to z, right? Then uppercase a to z also you can use, underscore or digit. Okay, then identifier name must not contain the white spaces or special characters. Suppose let me write something like cash is equals to 100, then try to print what is this cash. I'm using, instead of yes, I'm using some dollar symbol. Where cache. It is a invalid syntax because special characters are not allowed when you are defining the identifiers. Special characters are not allowed, okay, when you are defining the identifier. You are defining the identifier. Next point. Identifier name must be not similar to any keyword defined in a language. Let me define something like fur is equals to. Fur is equals to something like let me take 10. Okay. Then try to print what is fur. Fur is a keyword, right? So you cannot use it as any identifier because that is a special reserved word, right? Suppose if I take this fur, let me take this. This is not a keyword, right? It will print, right? That's how special words are not used for to define a identifier, or keywords cannot be used, cannot be used to define a identifier. Identifier. Okay, these are the rules that follows by the identifier. Identifier should not start with any digits, and it should start only with underscore, or else you can use uppercase or lowercase alphabets. And the identifier should not contain any special characters like at the rate or exclamatory mark or dollar. It should not contain. Then one more thing, any keyword cannot be used as a identifier. Okay, that is the rules of identifiers we have. Next and foremost thing, then suppose if any identifier starts and ends with, let me take it as identifier only, starts and ends with underscore and underscore. Okay, these are called as magical words. Magical words. Okay, then if a identifier starts with underscore symbol, underscore identifier, then this is nothing but a private words. Private words. So these private words and all I am going to explain when I am teaching this OOPS concepts, all these things. We have OOPS concepts like in inheritance, encapsulation, data abstraction, all these things. So when these private words are used, I'm going to explain in that particular concept. Then, as I said, if the identifier starts and ends with two underscore symbol, then that identifier has the special name which is also known as magical words, or you can write it as methods. So we have some methods like underscore underscore init underscore underscore, then underscore dict underscore underscore. These are having some special methods. Okay. Next, after identifiers, so we have explode with identifier. And one more note point. This is a question I think one of my student he has faced. How many, sorry, what is the length of the identifier which we can define? Okay, there is no length limit. Then Python comments, indentation and Python statements. What are this? Why it is important? In any programming language, you can take from GitHub, you can pull some code. So you will be having some comments. When these comments are used, why these comments are used? Python comments are used to explain the code, and comments can be used to make code more readable. So comments can be used to prevent the execution when the testing of code. Let me write what is comments. Comments. comments will start with hash. Okay, so I'm writing a program, or write a program to print hello world, to print hello world. This is what my comment is. Okay, then I'm printing hello world. Okay, so this comment, when you see this particular shell or this particular program, suppose even if I have written some hundreds of lines, whenever I am writing some function or classes or anything, so I am going to define the comment, so that if someone comes to this particular thing, if they are not aware of why I am defining this thing, so why I have written this print statement to call some class or some function or some, anything, some variable I am calling. Okay, you can write it. Okay, print hello world, right? So these are the comments which are not going to execute when I am running the code. So when I run this shell, this will not be executed, only this part which is not given the hash. Okay, only this particular part will be executed at the time of whenever you are running the program. Okay, next, comments will be two types. So one is single line comment and multi-line comments. Multi-line comments. So single line comments you can use by giving hash, and multi-line comments you can use triple quotes to define a comment. Let me give, this is a multi-line comment. Sorry, this is a single line comment in hash. Single line comments. And suppose if you are going to declare the multi-line comments, you can write this is a multi-line comments. Okay, in this way you can define the multi-line comments if you are giving some paragraph or something. Okay, that's how you can define the single line and multi-line comments. Next, coming to the indentation. What is this indentation? Python, in any programming language, not only in Python, indentation plays a very important role. Okay, what indentation will specify? Indentation denotes the code which is a part of function in data constructs. Indentation shows the data elements within the construct. Indentation makes the programs easier and read and understand. So programmings like Python make indentation as mandatory. What this indentation, why this indentation is very important? So whenever you write some code, let me take if, sorry, for if there will be nothing like this. Let me take something like class test. Okay, I have given, automatically it will take the indentation. Then I'm going to define some method. Okay, then I'm going to give some print statement. Print statement. Okay, then again I'm going to define one more method, some 1 2 3. Okay, then I'm giving the print statement. So whenever you see here class is having one indentation, so after that automatically it is maintaining some space and it is giving some gap, and again I have defined some methods in it. Even when I am defining the methods, so whenever I am going for the next statement, so it is following again the indentation. Okay, why this indentation is mandatory? And sometimes, so when we are going to the coding sessions, based on the indentation, sometimes you will not get any error. The code will execute, but it will not give the particular output what we are executing. Why? Because it is not following the indentation. Okay, sometimes even though you have written everything correct, but you have not followed the indentation, it will give as invalid syntax, or in particular line you have to check for that. So maintain the indentation. In Python, indentation makes mandatory. One more, topmost in more important thing. What happens when indentation is not followed? The code will not execute properly, and whatever we are expecting, that solution will not come for us. Okay, that is what the indentation plays the role. And also you can tell indentation denotes a block of code. So you can see this is a class, you can tell, right? So again, if I am defining some class and some thing here, then again I'm giving some print statement, then again method, then again print statement. You can see this is one class, right? This is one class. Under that I have defined one more class, and these are the things under that class. So I'm going to explain what is classes in uh, when we go for object oriented programming languages. Okay, oops concepts. Just to explain what is indentation, I have given this example. Okay, next, these are the indentation, and you know what is single line and multi-line comments. Now, statements. What are Python statements? Okay, the set are the instructions written in a source code for execution are called the statements. We are giving print. Print is one of the statement. I have defined some function or class. Inside that I am going to give statement what it has to print, right? So print is one of the example. It is not like only print is the statement. Okay, there are so many statements. Then there are different types of statements in Python programming languages, like assignment statement and conditional statement and looping statements. Okay, you have if condition, else condition, if else, and looping statements we have for loop and while loop. Okay, then we can declare the statements in single line and multi-line as well. Suppose you can define the print statement here. Okay, print. Okay, you can give in this way. Let me write statement is a is equals to, sorry, a is equals to 10, and print this is a single line statement, single line statement to denote a, comma a. Let me print it. Okay, this is the single line statement. Okay, I have passed one variable and I have given one statement. Even this is also called as statement. A is equals to 10 is one of the statement. Okay, next, multi-line statements. How we can give the multi-line statements? Multi-line statements means, so when you are going to giving the statements in multiple lines. Let me denote a is equals to, sorry, a is equals to, I'm giving example for this thing, 1 plus 2 plus 3, and then if I wanted to go for next line, give this slash, will go for next line. Okay, then I can give 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, and then for next line you can give automatically, it will take this thing, then 7 plus 8 plus 9, and again you wanted to write one more line, you can write 10 plus 11 plus 12 also. Okay, so whenever the multi-line statement is ended, there is no need to give the slash. Okay, that's how you can give the multi-line statements. Next, so we have something called operators. What is this operators? So you should know what is the variables. So what is the variable first? The variable is nothing but the ability to vary, right? So you can define in one cell a is equals to 10. In another function, you can define a is equals to 20 as per your wish, right? So there are different type of variables in Python. So operators, sorry, not variables, operators. There are different types of operators. Whenever you are dealing with operators, you should be aware of what is a variable. You are going to declare the variables and then you are going to perform some actions on these particular things. Okay, we have arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators, membership operators, and bitwise operators. These are the different operators which are present in the Python. Let us go and execute what are the arithmetic operators and different operators. Let me go with first arithmetic operators. So I'm going to discuss about what are operators, right? Operators in Python. Python. First, we will go and execute what are arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators, and almost all the people knows this. What are the different arithmetic operator we have? We have plus, minus, into is nothing but star, and then division. Okay, then modulo operation, then we have something called floor division, and then we can find the exponential. Okay, these are the different types of arithmetic operators we have. Okay, let me define a variable x is equals to 10. Okay, then y is equals to 2. These are the two variables I am going to define to perform the arithmetic operators. How we can define the arithmetic operators? Let me go and execute it fastly. Okay, I am going to give the print function. Okay, first print function is x plus y equals to, you can give x plus y. Okay, so how it will print? X plus y is equals to 12. So this will be considered as a string, as it is it will print, and x plus y will print the what is the solution of x plus y, 10 plus 2, nothing but 12. Same way, let me copy and paste it first. Okay, let me go for subtraction, minus, and same way multiplication, give the star. Okay, then division, give the slash. Next, modulo operation, give the modulo, and then floor division and exponential function I have to write, right? Then floor division, double slash. Okay, then exponential. Okay, these are the different operators I have given. Let me execute this code first. X plus y is equals to 12 and